make this thing started. Let's get this party started. Good morning, Naomi Bell. Oh, Naomi Bell dropped in, the first one to drop in this morning. That's what's up. Guess what I'm doing? I got my phone in my hand. I'm about to go ahead and do a share. Yeah. Yeah. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Oh, it is so good to see you guys. A breath of fresh air. I mean, come on. It's a delight. It's a delight to see you guys on this morning. And I'm going to do my part, man. I'm going to do my part. I am going to do my part. How about you? Okay? I am going to do my part. This is a good day. I'm excited about this morning. How about you guys? Good morning, good morning. Rise and shine, guys. Rise and shine. Rise and shine. I want you guys to get on in here and just work this. Just work this for a minute. I decided I'm gonna do something a little bit different. I'm gonna share it as well. I have some friends who like, man, I can't get up in time. Ricardo, I like your stuff, but I can't get up in time. Are they serious? Are they serious? What do you think? Huh? I don't know. All right? So, this morning, I wanted to push this idea of growth and change. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Sheila. I wanted to push this idea, good morning, Nicole, about growth and change. I think the vast majority of people talk every year about wanting change. Dr. Diana, blessings to you. I'm glad to have you here this morning. Everybody, at the beginning of the year, you hear people say, this is my year. At the beginning of the month, you hear people say, this is my month. At the beginning of the week, most people are anticipating this to be a good week. But what most people aren't willing to do is do the appropriate changes necessary. Okay? What most people aren't willing to do is do the changes necessary to make it what they're saying they want. Okay? Man, listen, change is necessary for growth. Okay? Let me say that again. Change is necessary for growth. You're going to have to get that in your head. You've got to get that in your spirit. Change is necessary for growth. Now, the problem with that is everybody wants change, but not everybody wants to grow. And then everybody who wants to grow don't want to change. And so you got this struggle going on. Ricardo, I want to live my best life. Ricardo, I want things in my life to change. Ricardo, I want to go to the next level. Well, there's a cost that comes with the next level. Baby, there's a cost that comes with the next level. There's a price that has to be paid. How many of y'all feel what I'm saying? If you want to go where you have not gone before, you're going to have to pay the price. You're going to have to push yourself where you've not pushed yourself before. You're going to have to literally engage yourself at the level that you have not engaged yourself before. I'm getting love. I'm getting shares. I appreciate you guys. Y'all inspire me to keep this thing going, okay? You've got to tell yourself every day, I don't want to talk this thing. I want to live this thing. As a matter of fact, I don't believe. Okay, Carrie, I don't believe the concept of faking it until you make it. I really don't. I believe you ought to work it until you make it. Okay? I believe you ought to work it until you make it. I believe also that you ought to consistently make the appropriate adjustments on a daily basis, meaning, watch this, working the habits you've discovered and making those adjustments daily over time will get you to the place where you desire. Baby steps. Oh, yeah. Baby steps. I'm talking about putting in those baby steps that will help you. Watch this. Monday works in favor for Tuesday. Tuesday works in favor for Wednesday. Wednesday works in favor for Thursday. Thursday works in favor for Friday. And before you know it, when you look back at your week, Come on. When you look back at your week, you say, look at the incredible week that I have made. The efforts, the correct efforts that I have put forth has in turn bring me back to a place that I like what I'm producing. Your life is created. Oh, you better get that in your spirit. My life is created. You better tell yourself that. My life is created. If I don't like what I currently experience, then I can make changes. I can change. I can change. I am not a tree. I can change. Okay? My life is created. You can't hear that enough. You can't hear that enough. When you watch TV, watch this. The television programs are trying to create your life. Watch this. Government is trying to create your life. Some religious institutions are trying to create your life. Some of your friends are trying to create your life. But the truth of the matter is, you are responsible for creating the life you desire. You are responsible for creating the life you desire. You got to remind yourself, if I'm going to become the person that I was destined to be, I'm going to have to take responsibility for who I'm becoming. Who am I becoming? Who am I becoming? My life is created. Once you capture that, if you don't like where you are, you can change. Dr. Diana, you are feeling this morning. Everybody ought to feel this. As a matter of fact, we ought to tag a few people that needs to accept this, because there are people who are casting the blame of where they are as to this particular season in their life on someone else. Yep, it's the ugly truth. My life is created. If I don't like the fact that I'm broke, you can change that. Man, listen, if you don't like the way your home is set up, you can change that. You say, Ricardo, but I don't have it right now. I can't change the situation. What you could do is you can start with the baby steps. You can start incorporating. Okay? You can start incorporating healthy practices on a daily basis. Don't start and stop, okay? Don't start and stop. Man, listen, I hate it. Starting and stopping. Commit to doing the things you know you need to be doing. Because here's the deal. You're going to find yourself sitting on the porch of regret, saying, I wish I had put in the time on a consistent basis. Yeah, years ago I started saving money, and I wish I had continued to save money. Years ago I started working on, and I wish I had continued. Years ago I started reading. Remember? Ricardo Miller got the new book. I started reading, but I started reading the book, but I never finished reading the book. And then Ricardo put the book in a way where you got your thoughts, man. You make some notes. He put in the back of the book a bucket list. These are the things, man, listen, I want to do in my lifetime. I'm going to take my time and I'm going to work this book. I'm not just going to buy the book. I'm going to read the book. I'm going to study the book. I'm going to dissect it. And I'm going to look at this whole idea of creating a life I don't need to take a vacation from. But this is not where I'm going to push the envelope this morning. I wanted to push the envelope with the fact that you're going to have to be willing to change. You're going to have to be willing to do what you need to do on a daily basis to get to where you're trying to go. Hold on, let me stop for a minute. I'm almost up with time. How many of you guys have invited somebody? How many of y'all have tagged someone? This is good stuff. And my numbers ain't going up. So I'm going to give you a minute because I got to drop the bomb. Okay? I got to drop the bomb. Okay? Tag somebody. Drop a name below and tag them in this thing. Drop this in a friend's message box. Tell them, you need to check this out. Check this out. This dude is reminding us to do something, okay? Watch this. The ordinary, you can't be lazy. No, you can't be lazy. You got to get to the point where you tell yourself, hey, I can become the person that I want to be. I can become the person that I want to be. I can become the person that I want to be. But you're going to have to put in the work. Here's what I want you to take away from this today. When you start putting in the work, however, okay, when you start putting in the work, I want you to realize people will say you change. Okay? People will say you're changing. Okay? All right? Don't listen. If you're not willing to change, then you're going to stay stuck. I like Jenna says about that ordinary life. I don't want the ordinary life either. But in order to have that exceptional life, you're going to have to change. And the rate of change is going to cause some people around you to be disturbed. And most of us have not even developed ourselves to be at a comfortable place with the acceptance that there are some people who are not going to be comfortable with our changes. Some people you're going to outgrow. Okay, some people is not going to feel the fact that you're growing at a rate faster than they're prepared to accept. So watch this. People will say you have changed, and they will hate the fact that really you have grown, and that's really what they're sort of addressing. The truth is you're not where you used to be, and you got to get to the point where you're growing so fast in such a healthy way that, listen, guys, you meet me 3 months ago, I want you to be like, he's changed. I want you met me last week and you meet me again, he's changed. You got to tell yourself, man, if they can upgrade and change technology at this rate to ensure that they can meet the demands of society, how about you? How about you? Okay? Listen, as a matter of fact, I learned this years ago. If someone says you have not changed at all, that's not a compliment. Okay? I've learned a few years ago when someone says you have not changed at all, that's not a compliment. You ought to be changing. No, your principles remain the same, but a lot of dynamics in relations to the method, the things that ought not be foundational, they ought to change. Principles don't change. Watch this. Principles do not change. These are the foundations to which we build our lives around. However, the methods, the style, dress style, maybe hairstyle. Come on, man. Listen, I am working on me. Every area I am working on me. So when I discover better, I commit to improving in that area where I discover better. You got to tell yourself, as I discover better, I'm going to commit to engaging in that better that I discovered. When you know better, you do better, right? We hear that a lot, but very few people are committed to doing it. Very, very few people are committed to do it. We talk a good talk about change, but the vast majority of people aren't willing to change. The ugly truth of the matter is the vast majority of people ain't going nowhere this year. The vast majority of people are going to find themselves in June, and they're going to say, well, next year is going to be my year. You said that last year. You said that last year. Every year, you find yourself losing a whole year, and you're wondering why your life hasn't changed because you haven't put in the work necessary to make your life what it should be. At some point, you got to pay the price. At some point, you got to put in the work. And then when you start putting in the work, you got to develop yourself to understand someone ain't going to like that. And unfortunately, the people who may not like it, it may be people who you thought you should be covenantly connected to forever. These are lifelong friends. These are lifelong church members. These are lifelong buddies. I'm talking about family members who feel like you shouldn't adjust. You shouldn't grow. You should not make those types of changes. But you know you want better. You know that there's a next level for you. You know you're living below your potential. But the truth is, in order for you to get to where you need to go, you're going to have to make some changes. As you make some changes, you're going to have to make a decision to address the fact that some people are going to hate to see you grow. Some people are going to hate to see you grow. I remember years ago, someone asked me, how much is enough? I should have slapped that person years ago. I can't believe this dude asked me. Did I say that? I'm sorry, I said that. I shouldn't have slapped the person. Yes, I felt like I should have slapped the person. Oh my goodness, did I say that? I said it. It's getting hot in here. My coffee. Listen, a person gonna ask me, this is just how crazy we are. We live in a world, I'm gonna be asked, how much is enough? Some dude gonna ask me how much is enough, okay? How much is enough? I'm not gonna slap a Naomi Bell. No, I won't. I just. You ever had those moments you felt like, boy, I should have said this, but you didn't, and you glad you didn't? Well, I should. I felt like I should. What you mean? How much is enough? How much is it? Do you know what my potential represents? Do you know that I should not be in comparison with anyone, but simply be committed to finding out how I can become the best version of me? That means I may be challenged to go where no one that I'm currently associated with have gone. I can go where no one in my family possibly has gone. You got to get to the place where you realize, guys, yes, sir, you can push the envelope so far that you become so engaged with your destiny and your potential being maximized that you find yourself at a place where the people around you have become upset with the level of changes that you have incorporated in your life for better. I'm not talking about just changes that sort of make them feel different. I'm talking about changes for better. You got to tell yourself, listen, man, I am going after all that belongs to me. And here's what that's going to do. That's going to require you to change. And a vast majority of people around you at this current level and at some of the levels to which you're going, they're not going to feel the fact that you should still have the same hustle. You shouldn't still have the same drive. Ricardo, how much is enough? Man, let me tell you. Oh, pull back, Ricardo, pull back. Let me tell you something. Enough is enough when I find myself hearing the Father say, well done, thou good and faithful servant. Enough is enough when I find myself in a place saying, this is what my potential demands of me, and I find myself executing at that level. I am not in comparison to anybody. What I want to do is I want to live my best life at the highest level to which my potential speaks to. You know that you're capable of more, but most of us are settling because we're not willing to disrupt our comfort zone. We're not willing to go a little bit further. Listen, guys, I have been so messed up. I cleaned my cars years ago and had to apologize for having a clean car. Clean my house out and apologize for having a clean house. I mean, just somebody said, oh, you paying for lunch again? You must be making good money. And then you have, no, I'm making a lot of money. I just been sick. You don't have to apologize for being able to pay for lunch. You shouldn't have to apologize because you got a nice place. You shouldn't have to apologize because you're buying rental properties. You shouldn't have to apologize because you're on your third business. You shouldn't have to apologize because everything is coming together for you. And guess what? You put in the work and it's starting to come together for you. But there are going to be people who are going to hate on the fact that it's coming together for you. They did not put in the work. You chose to put in the work and they're going to hate on you. See, that's why I wanted to. What in the world are you going to tell me? You going to tell me how much is enough? I'm challenging you to accept the fact that you're going to have to change, you're going to have to put in the work. People will say you have changed because they hate to see you grow. Are you willing to grow to the degree that you make some people uncomfortable? That's a question you have to ask yourself. Am I willing to grow to the degree that that some people are going to be uncomfortable and I'm okay with that? Now, here's the deal. Most people say that, but when they start to see the adjustment of behavior in relations to how people come about with them, do you know how many people have joked negatively with their little sneer, their little jokes about my vegan lifestyle? Do you know how many people have joked about my hustle, my work ethics? Do you know how many people have joked about this, about that? But here's the deal. If I focus on them, I will out my light. Okay? I will out my light. I will dim my engagement and I will slow down because I am more engaged or willing to fit in rather than stand out and become the person that I was destined to be. Guys, have a phenomenal day. All I'm reminding you is people will say you have changed because they hate to see you grow. Grow anyway. That's our slogan today. Grow anyway. And here's the deal. Grow to the point where you learn to be okay with them having a problem that you have grown. Every area of your life is coming up. Next stop, the top. You got to tell yourself, I'm growing anyway. You can't listen to content like this on a daily basis and not be pushed to grow. But guess what? It's going to take you out of your comfort zone. Everybody declare it. Grow anyway. God bless you guys. Have a phenomenal day. Bye-bye.